This lesson is on multiplying mixed numbers. To multiply mixed numbers, you simply make sure that each one is written as a fraction and not as a mixed number. And the way that we turn this into a fraction and not a mixed number is by taking the denominator times the whole number, so 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 more would be 7, so 7 over 3. Let's take a quick break and make sure that we understand why that little trick works, and then from there on out you can just apply the little trick. 2 1/3 is the same as 7/3, and we can see that over here. If I had 3 pies and each pie was separated into 3 pieces, separated into thirds, this is 1 whole pie, another whole pie, and a third of this one. So 1, 2, and a third. 2 1/3 pies. Since they're broken into thirds, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 thirds. So that's why those two things are the same. But once you understand it, then just get in the process of doing it. Denominator times the whole number, 3 times 2 is 6, 1 more is 7, so it's 7 thirds. And go ahead and write it out as a multiplication problem. Remember that when you multiply fractions, it's numerator times numerator, get your answer, and denominator times denominator, get your answer. Take a look at the next one. 6 times 1 is 6, 5 more is 11/6, times 4 times 2 is 8, 1 more is 9/4. I look at this and I ask, can I simplify within this problem? Can I reduce anything to make my work a little bit easier? And I recognize that 6 and 9 are both divisible by 3. When you are multiplying, you can pair any numerator in the problem with any other denominator, and as long as you divide them by the same thing, it's going to work out just fine. So 9 divided by 3 is 3, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. Numerator times numerator gives you 33, and denominator times denominator gives you 8. Then you need to take 33 divided by 8. 8 goes into 33 4 times, and you have 1 left over. So 4 and 1/8 would be your final answer there. Taking a look at this one, 4 times 3 is 12, 13, 14, 15, 15/4. 3 times 2 is 6, and 2 more is 8. So here is how we've turned each of those mixed numbers into an improper fraction. 4 and 8 are both divisible by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 15 and 3 are also both divisible by the same number. 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 15 divided by 3 is 5. So numerator times numerator gives me 10. Denominator times denominator is 1, so your final answer there is indeed 10. Worst case scenario, you go ahead and take 15 times 8, get your answer, 4 times 12, get your answer, and then divide that out, and you would end up at the same thing. But reducing here within the problem makes that a little bit simpler. Down here, 2 1/2 is the same as 5/4. 4 1/2 is the same as 9/2. Doesn't look like anything can be canceled there, and so I have 45 over 4. And when I take 45 divided by 4, I get 11 1/4. So your answer there would be 11 1/4. Thanks for checking this out.